Let's talk about India-Pakistan conflict and what's happening in Kashmir from a trauma lens. The forced displacement for millions and millions of people, including millions of lives lost, has caused a destruction of communities and sense of unity, leading to viewing as us versus them. And it's not just between the countries, it is also between all of the ethnicities that exist within the South Asian community. Our grandparents lived through the partition. They remember all of the events and trauma that they endured and watched their family endure, that leads to generational trauma being passed down as a collective with grief and anger and continuation of conflict and unresolved pain. British colonialism fostered division between religious and ethnic communities to maintain control, which has led to an ongoing threat to a sense of identity and a sense of self in every community across the South Asian diaspora. Because of all the loss over decades, even before partition, Pakistan and India have both developed a sense of victimhood rooted in colonial past. People in power continue to use that victimhood to fuel their own agenda and continue on the conflict, basically being a victim to colonialism. Just as individuals who are still stuck in the trauma state tend to go to the place of having that defense mechanism to try to protect their sense of identity, their sense of who they are, what we're also seeing is the constant state of hostility that prevents reconciliation and continues on the conflict and feeds into the emotional wounds created by colonialism. Just like when we don't process the trauma and the grief, we don't mourn what has happened, what we lost, what we were hoping for, it leads to a pattern of manifesting anger and grief and continued division. This prevents both nations from healing, from reconciliation, and seeing each other as humans with shared pain and experiences.